I didn't go down with guys.
I think when it comes to Tomac, do you believe, like, it's 2 championships in a row now that he hasn't been there at the end? Like, he's been good. 98% of racers in the world would take what Tomac has done the last 2 championships, last outdoors and this Supercross. But he hasn't really been there. He hasn't been in the title fight. He's about to just lurking. Mm-hmm. So which Eli Tomac shows up is whatever you think Eli Tomac shows up is where he's going to go. Like, I don't know. Like,
so you just asked. I don't know which one. Is it the one who wants to win really badly? And again, this is
winning like the Leafs are right now.
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking.
I get a pretty good read on these guys because I talk to him every week trying to get my information. And Eli's the hardest one to crack.
Of course.
He'll talk to me, but he won't really open up to where I can kind of see through what he's saying. With the other guys, you can really gauge how they're feeling. So I don't really know. My guess is I don't think he was as motivated the last 2 series, last summer and in Supercross. Not like he wasn't motivated, but he wasn't willing to be gnarly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he just wanted to be.
I think he's 99%, but you need that tip of the spear 1%. To do what he did before.
So the question is, and John, you brought this up, does he want to end this chapter that he's in and just ride it out and be solid, end the chapter, and then go into the next one with his new move and be like, okay, now I'm revigorated, I'm going to go for it again? Or does he want to end? Does he want to end and get that money? Because money talks, right? It's big bonuses. So that's the question. Does he want to win? Because if he wants to, I think he can. If he wants to just play it smart, then he's kind of just what he's been. So I don't know.
Well, too, right? Going into, he's going to want to have a decent season for confidence going into next year. I mean, you could look at it like, hey, Cowie, look what you just lost. But also going into next year, like, keep his confidence up. Like, hey, I'm still a player. I'm still willing to fight and and win a championship.
I've said this on other shows. If he has just a so-so outdoor series this year, you look at last year's points. He was 321. He was 30 back of Osborne. He got an 8th at that one moto that did DNF. The other one he got no points at.
Yeah.
So, if he has another series where he's 3rd in the points, 4th in the points, I don't think he's ever getting back to where he was.
Okay, then let me ask you this.
You know what I mean? Like, he'll be a guy, but never back to where he was.
Let me ask you guys a hard
question. Even though Yamaha, of course, will turn his
career.
Yeah, Blue
of course, that was coming. Let me ask you a hard question. Right. So, assuming he signed, a 2-year extension with Yamaha, whatever. That means, let's just say he's got 3 more outdoor championships to do in his career. 1 this summer and then 2 on Yamaha.
Right.
Of those 3, which one's his best odds to do it? I would say this one.
No.
Sexton's going to get better. AC's going to get better.
He's getting older.
He's getting older.
Yeah.
So if you want to win another one, I would say odds-wise, this is his best shot to do it again. The next 2 are only going to get tougher. New bike, getting older, guys are getting faster. So I
said it. If he doesn't do it this summer, if he's not he could lose the title this summer, but say by 10 points, and he gets the most wins and loses by 10 points.
Tight fight.
Yeah. Then to me, he's back. You know what I mean? He doesn't need the title necessarily. I just need to see a majority of wins and right there in the end. Then I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe he can win 2022 Supercross. If he doesn't do it this summer and he's only getting older and Daniel, all those guys are getting better, like you said, he's not going to do it.
Right.
He's not going to jump to a new bike and take up to a new level where he was.
One thing I think going into this is I feel like the way the series may play out is that you're going to see, you said the field's pretty stacked, right? You might see Roxon win the first race. And you might see the second race, he gets 7th. Same thing with Tomac.
Yeah.
I feel like guys are going to be all over the place. So, people always talk about consistency and also trying to avoid the big one, right? DNFs, mechanicals, it's out of their control. But like the big one where they just throw it away, do something silly, they rush something, tear up the bike, whatever, and they lose those 25 points and they can never recover from.
You look at the points last year, Osborne had that front flat at Millville where he got 15th or 16th, right? Remember, he was barely hanging on. Adam had the launching off at Loretta's 2.
Yep.
Or was that Loretta's 1? 1. It was Loretta's 1. It was muddy, but it was Loretta's 1.
Yeah.
Eli had his DNF, right? Marvin had one crappy moto along the way. Sexton crashed out at Loretta, or broke his bike at Loretta's 2, whatever.
He weeded at the end of that straightaway in the road.
So everybody had a moto.
Yeah.
In the 18 that we did last year, everyone had a moto where they're like, shit. Like, I just gave away a bunch of points.
Yeah.
So, that'll happen again. And inevitably, out of those guys, that list that I just read you, a couple of them are going to quote unquote tweak something, call it a summer. That happens too. That happens to all these
They're
guys.
not going
right?
to all make it. Yeah.
No. There's no way. So I definitely think there'll be some of these guys will drop off and won't even race. Out of the guys we just mentioned, they won't race this summer for whatever reason because it's our sport, right?
Yeah.
Star Yamaha uses W.
They use Kite that we were the importer for. Yeah.
So you're getting Eli Tomac with Kite and W.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Exciting. Yeah.
Bias.
Better order a lot more product.
Yeah.
You know, one thing you mentioned about Zach.